right. What's in this podcast? Another special episode. I got another special guest here in the building. Introduce yourself for the people, my friend.
Hey, how you guys doing? My name is Jeremy Bowers, the creative. It's a pleasure to be here. We finally get to work with What's the Niche.
Yes, bro. Finally, man. So tell the people that your niche and pretty much what do you do and what's your hobbies and things like that.
Alright, man. So, I mean, that's a long list of things because one thing about it is I kind of do whatever it is I love to do. I try to just make it as much experience as I can, and then I use it as my career. So, I mean, I do athletic things, jump over shit, parkour, workout. I do comedy skits, edit, promotions, host. I'm an influencer on Instagram, Jeremy Bowers _ the creative. All of those things, man.
Dope.
A lot of cool shit.
Dope. That sounds dope, bro.
Can I cuss?
Oh yeah, of course, bro. Yeah. It's a free-flowing show, man. Free flowing.
I didn't know if you were live.
My mother came in.
Press. Thank you.
Alright, back to what's up, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, man, so pretty much you say you do everything. So I noticed that when I first met you, you were doing podcasting and stuff like that. So you have a podcast show that you do every week?
Yes. So we only do our podcast show in the fall and winter.
Dope.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like that's when people are in the house. They want
Yeah.
So I do Loud at Night, man, and we interview people. We do game shows on there.
Okay.
Just have a lot of fun with it.
Dope. So how'd you get started in that?
Oh, actually, bro, I used to watch Ridiculousness a lot and like Wildin' Out and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to create a show that's almost like that, but make it my own. So that's when, at Loud at Night, I was able to do the memes, the videos, the popular trending topics, talk about them, and still make it fun like Wildin' Out.
Right.
Okay. So that was the whole goal.
That's dope. So you say you only do it like during the winter time. So like, where can the people check out the episodes at and all that?
Yeah, so if you guys want to ever check out Loud at Night, you guys go to YouTube, Jeremy Bowers the Creative. And honestly, man, like all of my social media platforms all have the same name.
Dope.
So you guys can find me anywhere, but yeah, I will get you on there too.
Okay, yeah, for sure, bro. I've been looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Got you.
So, where are you from? Like, where do you reside from, and where is your birthplace from?
Alright, I was born in Del City.
Okay.
Potomac Hospital. And my mom is here right now, so she knows I can't lie. But I've lived everywhere, man. I mean, at first we were just kind of poor, so we moved a lot. Then it was kind of a military type situation, so we moved some more.
Right.
And I've been back and forth, but I'm from Virginia.
Okay. Dope.
Represent.
Hell yeah. So, where did you get to like Fredericksburg, the Fredericksburg area?
Man, that's an interesting subject too. How did I end up to Fredericksburg? I feel like my grandmother is how I ended up here. I think I left Tennessee. There's a whole lot going on in the divorce and things like that. And my grandmother was set up here in Spotsylvania. We got a place there, and I kind of set up some roots here. I mean, I left, came back, but yeah, that's how I ended up here.
Dope. So, like being here in Fredericksburg, like, do you feel like the change of pace is a little harder to like make things like work in like the entertainment field?
You know what's interesting you say that, man, because I feel like out of all the places I've been, this may be one of the only places where people feel like there's competition that don't exist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you said that.
I've been like, bruh, or that their competition.
Yeah. We all like trying to do like, it's like we're all in the same area trying to do something, and it's like everyone's in competition. No one's really done anything. We're in competition for what?
We need to be getting somewhere first.
Then we can have the competition. Exactly, bro.
Yeah. So as far as being a creative around here, I feel like you have to create an opportunity for people before they hop on board, and even then, it's opportunistic most of the time, not really a loyal following of people here.
Right.
But you do create those bonds with certain people, and you do create a network that is strong, and you'll see as the years go on, those people stick.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I mean?
a fact. That's a fact.
So yeah,
that's a fact.
We'll find them.
Yeah, they're around. It's like you just gotta kind of like just keep on going with your journey. And you just keep the journey going, and then eventually the people that are supposed to stick will stick. The people that fall off, fall off.
Correct.
So, speaking of the journey, so like, as you've been, on your road of being a creative and things like that, how have you dealt with like the haters and people like that like try to like, hate on your vision?
Try to hate on my vision, boy. I tell you, man. So many reasons for people to hate, and a lot of them are really creative themselves because they're make believe.
Right.
It's been a while for me to kind of understand what the level is between hater and fan. You know what I'm saying? So right now I'm actually starting to understand that a lot of people are just hating because they're not taking steps.
Yeah.
But it allows me to know that I'm making good moves.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So if I paid too much attention to who people like and follow and what everybody else was doing, I wouldn't have no time to be creative. So I actually feel like people like you and me and people who are doing this work, we actually care a lot more about our craft than the people watching think we do.
Right.
Because we have to spend more time on it than they think we do.
Exactly. And so like, are you just fully into the podcasting in the creative field, or do you like have like a daytime job or anything like that?
Yeah, man. Well, I was working for myself for like 2 years. The COVID came and stuff like that. So I left my job and I worked just primarily doing what I'm doing now.
Yep.
But recently, of course, I picked up a little hustle. So I work at a Sunglass Hut. I'm gonna move from that into a laptop job because I feel like that suits me.
Yeah. I feel what you're saying.
Just to build the brand again, leave that 9 to 5, and replace that time with time for me and my business again.
Right. So I was gonna ask you. So the 9 to 5, like, do you feel like that just isn't for you? Like, what made you make that decision?
It's not for me, man. Like I've been working for like a long time, so I was like 15 or so. And I always just want to leave at some point, you know what I mean? Because if you're woke enough to understand that time is value, that's what they're paying you for, then you start to think to yourself, well, what can I make a value out of the time I gave them?
Right.
If I gave it back to me.
Right, that's
So,
what I'm saying.
like people will go to work, they will email people they don't want to, answer phones they don't want to, call people they don't want to for 8 hours a day, every day. But you won't do it when you get home for you.
Exactly.
Right.
It's an interesting thing because, like, I feel like it's the easy way out a lot of times. Like, it's easy because their corporation is already set up. All you gotta do is fill out some paperwork, and then you got the job, and you get your paycheck every 2 weeks.
Yep.
You don't have to go through no struggle. Like, when you do a business, you gotta almost go through like making money and then putting more money in that you're making and shit like that before you even get to the end. To the fruits of the labor. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
So it's like a lot of people want that quick satisfaction, that quick gratification, and I think that's why people settle for that 9 to 5.
Yeah, and you know what? The 9 to 5 is good if you love what you do. Keep doing it, man, because we need everybody to do everything they love. But if you don't love what you do, then you need to be using that as a platform for you to leave it. And be prepared to do what you love if that's how you want to live, because life is the main goal.
Exactly. Every day to me, like, I like to treat life like work day for real. So I like to wake up, and as soon as I wake up, that's my work. You know what I'm saying? I'm working. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I wake up, man.
I like that.
So, what is like next for you? Like, as far as like on your journey, like, what do you think you want to do next?
All right, well, low key, and there's some things, of course, we can't talk about, but there's a lot of things coming up. I mean, I got a fashion show coming up on the 1st, and that's downtown. Model some things. I have some auditions coming up. Me and Rakim, who was here, we have a Rock and JB show as well. It's also my co-star.
Okay, dope.
So we're doing some things like that, but my main goal is to get more professional work, to get into some movies, to have some of these brands and paid brand labels start to pay me to come and advertise for them.
Yeah.
Take it to the next level.
Exactly.
You feel me?
So, like, do you put out music and stuff like that too?
Yeah, I got some music. I'm gonna come here for one of your open mic nights. I'm gonna bless you guys with like 2 or 3 tracks.
Yeah, that'll be dope, man. That'll be dope.
I got them on SoundCloud. I'll send you a couple tracks too.
Okay, dope. So, do you like host shows, things like that?
I sure do.
Okay.
So like, if even speaking roles. So like, if you needed me to come and tell people about your studio, like I did right before we started. I mean, I take the information, I know how to articulate it to the audience.
Okay.
So people pay me to come. DJs, just shout them out or say whatever. Like,
Yeah. That's
using my voice.
Right. As an entertainer. Yeah.
That's
That's what's up, man, for sure.
What about you, man? What's your niche?
Man, for me, it's everything. Interviewing, being, you know, I just like being a positive influence around the town, you know, things like that.
You like the community?
Yeah, like I like the community thing. Like I like, even if no matter how big, you know, we get with the music and what we get with the podcasting, I think the main base is just always here in Virginia, Fredericksburg. Just making sure, you know, we're gonna always keep a studio here. We're gonna always make sure we get back to the community. That's my main objective. Nah, I'm originally from PG County, Maryland.
Okay.
So like it's really DMV for me. But I came out here when I was in high school.
Yeah.
So like I just like the area is chill. Like it's different, change of pace from being up like so like it's just a change of pace. So I just like being out here. It's relaxed, you know what I'm saying?
And plus Fredericksburg is growing, and the culture here is growing. So by you guys making your footprint now, stamping yourself as part of the community, it can only grow with you.
Exactly, bro. And like we have a lot of like I want to do like different podcast shows. I know I probably mentioned to you guys before, like on Golden on TV.
Yeah.
Like I want to have different like podcast shows, like on the channel and things like that. Different personalities, different things, sports shows, you know, things like that. You know, so whenever you guys want to talk about doing some new stuff, bro, yeah, for sure. Let's get it cracking, man.
And like I told you a little while ago, like this is gonna be part one of our interview.
Yep.
You know, we got a couple little things we're gonna do, but on our late night show, we did have some sports segments and some different things like that. So me and you can get together after this, and let's create that. Yeah,
for sure, bro. Like you said earlier, I like what you said earlier about everybody around here thinks they're in competition with each other, and we gotta come together, man. Like that's been my main thing. Like I feel like I've been on a journey of trying to be togetherness, but somehow I'm still isolated by myself.
And see, that's one thing I realized right there. I stopped looking for togetherness, right? If I sense that you think there's a challenge, well then I'm the winner. Right on back. Okay, let's go. You know what I'm saying? I love it, and it's healthy. Right. But if I feel like there's a connection there and I'm with somebody who we're genuinely not seeing each other as competition, I don't care how far up or down you are, we gonna work. Exactly. So I feel like the more that you wait and just let those people kind of arise and keep up with them, that's how you create that circle. Yep. That's a fact. So one more question before we get out of here, because we said this is part one. We're gonna get into part two. So how old are you now? I'm 34. 34. Okay. So what would you tell your 16-year-old self now that you're 34? What would I tell my 16-year-old self now that I'm 34? Some life advice. Yeah. I would say stay true to yourself. And I would say be confident about your own decisions. Right. Yeah. Follow your own heart and be yourself. Dope. Yeah, man. Anything else you want to plug in for the people? Hey, man, I just want to say, if you guys want to follow me, of course, this is part one. Go to IG. It's Jeremy Bowers _ the creative. You can just find me on TikTok. You can find me on Facebook, YouTube, everything. And I just want to say, findtheniche.com. You guys are awesome. I'll see you guys again for part two. Yes, sir.
All right, what's the next podcast? Another episode. We out. Peace.